Do you think a pastor has the biblical authority to forbid who you marry or who you're in a relationship with if they are outside of your specific church?
Instantly, I say no. They do not have the authority to forbid a relationship with a believer that's outside of your church. Now, if we reframe the question in such a way as to say, do they have biblical authority to forbid relationships with unbelievers? I would say yes. And I think the scripture speaks on that. Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with lawlessness? And what communion has light with darkness? So we see scripturally, it is quite clear biblically that we shall not marry or be unequally yoked together with unbelievers, meaning don't marry an unbeliever, right? Obviously, it's not necessarily speaking of marriage in context, but we can use this text to draw from it and say, well, we can apply that to our entire life. And marriage is definitely a part of that. Being in relationship is very in that sense is part of that. So for me, I think no, a pastor does not have the authority to they don't have biblical authority to forbid a relationship with a believer that's just outside of that church. But they do have the authority, I believe, scripturally, to forbid a relationship that is going with an unbeliever.